Hello wealth creators, welcome to my channel. Today I will discuss how niching down to my favorite topic changed my life. Before I started on financial niche, I used to post manifestation videos. At that time, manifestation videos were the trending niche. Considering I have studied manifestation for more than 10 years, I thought I should go ahead and share what I knew and also what others were sharing. It got me quick views and subscribers, but something within me felt lacking. 5 years ago, I had done what most of human population are struggling to achieve. I had managed to move from barely making it to financial freedom within 3 years. I had realized the reason as to why I had fallen to poverty, with debts choking me, was because I lacked financial education. Everyone I knew back then was struggling like I was. In fact, it had reached a point where being broke and struggling was seen as normal. And to some extent, it was expected. I grew up hearing, money is scarce and life is hard. You have to work very hard to make money. That I should go to school, study hard, and get good grades so I could get a good job. The problem was, I was not very good in school. I loved some subjects, while others, I dreaded them so much. Some subjects I had passed with flying colors, and others I was graded just because they had to write something on the paper. That is needless to say. In overall, I did not achieve the best grades. Therefore, I did not get a good job. For a long time, I thought, my money problems was caused by not making enough. I convinced myself that I needed to get higher education if I wanted to get ahead. So, I borrowed some money and went back to school. 2 years later, I got the certificate. After that, I did not get promoted, while I sunk deeper into debt. For a long time, I could not understand what was going on. I had done what others said I should do. Why was my life not changing? 5 years ago, I made a conscious decision. I was not willing to live my life the same way. Something had to change. I knew deep within me, someone somewhere had answers. There is more to life than struggle, lack, and stress. There must be people who have been where I was, and had found a way to get out. I committed myself to finding those people. I committed myself to seek knowledge and different information. Different from what I had received from standard education, media, and those around me. I began consuming books I could get my hands on. I listened to podcasts, audiobooks, and watched videos. On social media, I began to follow those that seemed to have understood the concept of money. And without knowing, something within me began changing. I saturated my mind so much with new information about money that the old thoughts about money began to dissolve. Finally, I had found people who talked about money freely and positively. Ways to make money, and that money is not a formidable opponent that you need to conquer with might, but with wit. I realized there are millions of people, if not billions, who are academically genius. But in real life, they are broke and struggling. Many have not found a way to translate a degree to money. Just because you are academically genius, that doesn't mean you will go on to become successful and wealthy. And vice versa, just because you are not academically genius, that doesn't mean you can't make it big in life. Like it had been perpetuated all over. Basic education is not enough to make you rich. If it does, then everyone who went to school would be rich. You need some other kind of information and education to make it big. And this education, you learn from those that has it. Got it through trial and error. From experience and learning from others who have and still are making big money. And that's what I did. Within 3 years, I paid all my debts, put money in savings and investments. Money began flowing to me effortlessly. And all this happened because I read books, listened to podcasts, sought out mentors, and watched videos. My favorite subject has become money. My passion is learning more about money and teaching others about the psychology of money. I can listen and talk about money all day. And what a better way to talk about money than making videos about money. And that's how I got into the financial niche. Deciding to delete my previous videos and taking on a new niche felt very uncomfortable to me. I had to give up what was already working in the pursuit of something greater. I had turned my life around through the information that I gathered from thousands of sources. I felt that I had an obligation to put the information out there with hopes that it will change someone's life as well. Learning about money and mindset was the best thing that could have happened to me, and I made it my mission to pass the information to others. So, how has my life changed after taking on this new niche? Narrowing down to money and mindset. First, since I posted my first video on money and mindset, it's been 5 months. I have less than 100 views and 2 new subscribers, but my whole life has changed for the best. 2 months ago, I wanted to find someone to partner with on a project I had in mind. The old me before starting on this niche would have lined up excuses of why I should not partner with anybody, letting fear and doubt dominate my thinking. But every week I show up on YouTube. I make 2 to 3 videos a week, encouraging people to face their fears head-on, to take action despite feeling afraid. So, I sat myself down and gave myself a pep talk, and asked myself, if it's a viewer that have asked me for an advice, would I tell them to give up on their idea, or would I encourage them, giving them all the reasons they should move, despite feeling afraid? After that, I switched on my computer and typed an email. This time, I did not type it with seriousness and heaviness that would take over me when I thought about it. I typed with lightness in my heart, read it through and said to myself, this is an opportunity that has potential to make money for both of us. If he doesn't take it, someone else will. I closed the laptop and went on my day. Basically, I did not think that I would receive a reply within a couple of hours. In the evening, I clicked on my emails. Guess the first email I find, his. He had responded within an hour. He was not in a position to partner with me at that particular moment. He had an ongoing project which had tied up most of his money. But the amazing thing was, I gained the confidence to pitch my ideas. And most importantly, I manifested a way to get my project done without getting anyone to partner with me. All this happened because of me posting on YouTube. I had decided to walk the talk, not just advising others to face the fear of rejection, but learning to face it myself. 2. Programming myself to riches. Finding my passion of learning about money and making money. I have incorporated it into my life. Every day, I read or listen to something that talks about money and mindset. Learning about money moved me from thinking and viewing money as an elusive adversary to seeing it as a friend who loves coming to me through abundant infinite sources. In order for me to make quality videos, I have to keep gaining more knowledge. So, I have to saturate my mind with financial knowledge. Almost 60% of my recommendations on YouTube is wealth-related. 30% is self-concept and 10% is what I call laughter moments, which is comedy-related. Starting on financial niche has helped me to focus and choose what I give my attention to. It has made my priorities become clearer. Most of my time, if I'm not working, I spend thinking and researching information that helps me make more videos. As a result, the fear of money is gone, whether in making it, investing it, and also attracting it to me through my mind. 3. YouTube has become my second diary. I used to have so many thoughts and ideas. I would discuss these with friends, and most of the time, I felt like it was not received like I intended it to be. An example of these is, I had an idea of saving money and invest it in stocks. The idea felt like I was pushing them to ideas of saving and investment, while their idea was to live in the moment, buying the next shiny item. But now, any useful information I find, I freely post it on YouTube, knowing someone somewhere will find it useful, and if they act on it, it can transform their life. creating this channel have helped me to master focus in a way that when I want to do something, I go all in. I have learned to shut everything out and go all in everything that I seek to do. Though this has not come cheaply, but it's worth it. Researching and creating videos takes a lot of time. I had to endure criticism from people who accused me of neglecting them. But I had to make a lot of changes to fit in time to pursue my passion. Those who are for me encourages me, but many others have fallen off. And this is a price I'm willing to pay. Sometimes, many friends means distraction. Distraction from my goals is a very heavy price that I'm not willing to pay, especially if it's not something that is going to add value to me. I recognized, when I was broke, I had all the time in the world for everyone. I used to focus on other people's lives, thinking of ways to be there for them, while my life was falling apart. I felt bored and faced loneliness. But now, I have to manage my time and energy well, so I can complete my daily tasks that I have set for myself. 4. YouTube has become my accountability partner. If I post a video about something, I make sure I am doing the same in my life. And with this, I have achieved and attained my goals. Becoming happier, because I got rid of many people that were not adding value to my life. I have become healthier mentally and physically, because I deleted everything that does not align with my passion and mission. I have made more money, because I have to walk the talk. Learn to show up for myself and bank on my abilities. I had to learn to see value in me and my abilities, and be willing to put myself out there, despite feeling afraid. And with this, creating a whole new life for myself. By the time I'm making this video, I have not had many views yet, nor received monetary value from the work that I have put out. But showing up every week, and posting 2 to 3 videos. Not only has it taught me to be consistent and patient, it has taught me the value of positive information. How life can change when you saturate your mind with positivity and motivation. I am now so motivated to start a new business, knowing very well that, with determination, consistency, focus, and willingness to put in effort, I will succeed. I did not make this video to try and convince you to start a YouTube channel, but think of where you can post your thoughts, ideas, and experience and get paid for it. Each and every person has something to share. If you are out there and have had thoughts of starting a YouTube channel, but feels afraid and is wondering, is it worth it? Take it from me. It is. Especially if it's a niche that will expand your thinking and way of doing things. Posting your thoughts and ideas puts the pressure on you to perform and show up as the better version of yourself, and doing so, you make great steps to become the better version of yourself. Not only for you, but for your viewers. If that is not a motivation for you to start, then I don't know what will. If you felt inspired by this video, consider giving me a like, share it with someone whom you feel will benefit from it, subscribe, and see you on the next video.